Hi guys, it's Stephanie Adams with SOS Solutions. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a great Friday before Memorial Day. Hope you're still sober. I know it's 6:45 and it's Friday and the sun is finally out here in Hampton Roads, Virginia, and I'm so excited because when the sun is not out, I get very, very sleepy. But I wanted to come to you with a crazy credit story for the week. So I know last week we talked about being labeled a terrorist on your credit report. And this week we're going to talk about a lawsuit with Santander. So if you guys have a Santander account, which I know a lot of people do because I see them on credit reports, you are going to want to pay attention to this. So here's what happened. Santander got sued by a bunch of attorney generals for, we'll call it predatory lending for lack of a better term. Really, that's what it is. So you'll hear the term a lot, subprime lending, and basically we heard that term a lot when the mortgage industry kind of exploded years ago and we had our Great Recession, right? You heard subprime mortgages. Well, basically what that means is that people who wouldn't traditionally be allowed to get a mortgage due to credit risks or whatever reasons were allowed to have credit mortgages. The whole thing we're allowed to have mortgages, and the whole thing kind of blew up in their face. Well, again, we are talking about subprime loans, and this time we're talking about car loans. So if you've ever had a loan with Santander, you know they're very easy. They give money to just about everybody, and this time it kind of came back and bit them in the butt. So this is I have notes here, so sorry I'm not looking directly at the camera, but I do have notes here. So Santander, so after a group of 34 state attorney generals came together, they reached a settlement with Santander, and it's $550 million in relief nationwide. So basically they're saying that it was consumer protection laws that were targeting borrowers who were likely to default on risky loans. And then they were making the fees like top heavy. So basically you were paying a whole lot in fees and interest before you even touch the principal on the loan. And then to top it off, on top of that, if you did default on your loan or you were a little bit late, they were making these phone calls, like repetitive phone calls, harassing clients for their payments, which didn't really make any sense because they knew that clients couldn't really afford the payments to start with. So it just didn't make any sense. But it is a huge lawsuit, $550 million in relief. And let me get you guys to the specifics. So it is, they defaulted on loans between January 1st, 2010 and December 31st, 2019. Consumers across the U.S. who defaulted on their loans and haven't yet had their car repossessed as of December 31st, 2019 will be given the titles to their vehicles and have the balances on their loans forgiven totaling up to $45 million. So if you guys want in on this, you need to do the research and figure out how you can get in on this with an understanding that at some point this money is going to run out. And we're talking about a whole lot of people who have accounts with Santander. I have a lot of clients myself that have accounts with Santander. People who had their cars repossessed will also get balance forgiveness, up to $43 million in this settlement. And so, you know, we're kind of like, well, how did this even come to be? Because people should have been, you know, they had to provide their documents of income and stuff like that. And basically what Santander was doing, where they were just kind of looking the other way, even though they knew that people couldn't afford the loans. And I think, in my opinion, that is the definition of predatory lending. Like, if you know that a client's income is not going to be enough for them to get a loan, they should not be issued a loan. That is predatory lending. In my humble opinion, I don't know what the actual guidelines. I probably should look that up and tell you guys what the guidelines to predatory lending is. But in my definition, that is predatory lending. So, guys, take a look. I'm actually going to post this this article. This one's from the New York Post, so obviously it's targeting people that are in New York City. But I'm going to post this article, and you guys take a look and see if, hey, If you have an account with Santander, maybe you could get in on this, right? All right, guys. For all things credit, SOS Credit Solutions. SOS Solutions. But the website is soscreditsolutions.com. I hope to talk with you guys again soon. Take care. Enjoy your Memorial Day weekend. Bye.